Okay, we're live.
Slow Monday here. Let's give another minute for people to join. Thankfully, I don't think the agenda is too big. Unless Griff has got a pile to add in there. Just want to point to this delicious coffee I'm having here, guys. Wow. You see this perfect size mug?
Mine's a little too big, it's true.
Wow, so you're all showing off your mugs. So jealous there.
I mean, I doubled up today. I got the shirt and the mug, you know.
Ultimate combo.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's just slowly start here. We'll do some check-ins and hopefully people will start to trickle in. So my name is Mitch. I'll be your host for this governance call. 31st of January. Tomorrow is February. Don't forget to pay rent. And check-ins, so how you're feeling, what your focus is this week, and if you have any intentions for the call. I'm feeling fresh, especially in my fresh Giveth swag. And my focus for this week is to finish all the DAO things, fix all the missing permissions, and pass off everything that needs to be passed off before I go on vacation. And my intentions for the call is to facilitate a efficient and productive governance call. And I'll pass it to Griff.
Let's see. No major intentions today. I think it's going to be an easy governance call. I think we had a relatively slow week last week. So yeah, no major intentions. I'm feeling pretty good. Only distracted by this delicious water in this delicious mug. I'll pass it to Monique.
Hello, everybody. Nice to see you again. Happy Monday. I'm feeling great today. A little bit distracted because the sprint planning that we had as usual, governance calls. And my intention for this meeting is just to be sync with you. And I'm here if you have any questions to give comments or whatever. And my main focus for this week is finalizing the sprint planning and see how we can set estimation for this next version that we have. I pass it on to Rochelle.
Hi everyone, happy Monday. I'm feeling great. And my focus for this week is scaffolding, coordinating payments for other orgs and some work agreements, I think. And my intentions for this call is to gather feedback and approval on the reimbursements for the Giveth core team general payments and the General Magic reimbursement, and also December request for payment. And also to remind on body reviews. So that's it for me. I'll pass it to Lauren.
GM. I'm feeling good. I'm making a smoothie bowl, so I'm not really distracted, just my hands are sticky. And I'm about to be done that, so that won't be the case anymore. My intentions for the week are to get comms things in order. Mitch wrote a Give Farm article. I want to QA it and publish it and share about it. I want to set up for One Hive Trivia, which is on Friday, and I want to hang out with Marco and the designers and talk about Give curation. My intentions for the call are just to sync up with everybody and Oh, and I also wanted to mention, well, East Denver is coming up at like the week of February 13th. And so also I'm trying to like prepare things because I'm going to be a little bit MIA during those days. So just like empower people and also like help with a little bit of onboarding with Suga, et cetera, et cetera. I'll pass it to Mateo.
Hey guys, how are you? Happy week for everyone. I'm a little bit distracted as I'm in a cafe. I'm actually with Sam Steele. He's leaving tomorrow, but I am a little bit distracted because of that. I'm not at home. So yeah, I just want to keep in sync and help with everything that I can. Nothing much to add. Happy to see you all. I'll pass it to Ashley. Have you guys?
Hey, yeah, thanks, Mateo. I am feeling focused on getting organized. I've been catching up on stuff from over the weekend. That's how I'm feeling. My governance focus for this week is to get into the forums and just organize things a bit there, as well as like make some comments and interact on stuff there. My intentions for the call, I just had a quick question that I wanted to discuss. I put it under the agenda and notes. But other than that, just stay in sync and see if I need to do anything. And I will pass it to Marco.
Thanks, Eshi. Hi, everybody. Happy Monday, happy week. I'm feeling great. Stress as always, but great. My focus for this week is definitely gift curation, hack session, and making sure that all the design revisions will get done. So we kind of clean up all the stuff and have everything ready for developers. For the Giveth.io. That's basically it. The intentions for this call, I just want to briefly discuss about this wallets and givebacks and how we kind of manage that, because I have I think I have one situation that is kind of unclear to me, so I would like just to explain it and then get your feedback on that. And I pass it over to Willie.
Thanks, Marco, GM dude. I feel you a little bit, feeling a little stressed, but just because we got so much good stuff to work on, trying to channel that stress into positive motivation and productivity. I got a busy week ahead, had a busy week last week, but working on great stuff. I really want to push forward with this multiverse stuff. I was talking with Jack from Colony this weekend about it, and want to get some, we already got Shapeshift. We want to get some awesome projects lined up for this first cohort, because it seems like we could probably moving forward with this. And then Marco, I love the designs you did for the cards. Would love to work with you at some point this week to get the designs for the stream, just having multiple streams. Then I think we're good on the design side. And otherwise, my intentions are your intentions. The agenda looks good. And I will pass it to Freshell. Oh, wait,
Freshell already went. But Amin?
Yeah, I can take it. Thank you. I'm not distracted. I'm also focused. I'm lost in USIO project. I'm trying to figure out how to solve issues, and it's my focus. It's my only distraction. And my intention for this call is to follow up. We think maybe we talk about hiring and can push hard harder for hiring. If it can be a part of agenda. Yeah, that's me. I pass it on to Monique. Have you gone?
Monique went. Forrest?
Forrest.
Yeah, I can go. Hey, good morning, everyone. I feel really present. I'm not distracted. I was just reviewing the Notion agenda, but I haven't gotten all the way through. But yeah, just intention to review the Notion agenda and see what we got to discuss. And my goals for the week are reviewing and verifying or rejecting womp projects, Meet the Makers rescheduling and content writing, some comms, content writing and editing, and updating GitHub issues. Let's see. Has anyone not yet?
I saw August join. August, if you just want to tell us how you're feeling, what your focus is this week, and if you have any intentions for the call.
August sent a message and said he can't talk. He's just listening.
Hey, actually, just real quick, I just wanted to say I want to get more involved with Giveth, and so I'm trying to learn as much as I can. But yeah, I'm just listening for today. But thank you guys.
Okay, cool. And then lastly, Elizard Wizard. If you feel like speaking up, introducing yourself, tell us how you're feeling. If you have any intentions for the call, now is the time.
Hi guys, good morning. Well, I'm new here and I'm this first time just listening. I'm very excited to get involved and be part of the design team if I can, or applications team. I like to write also. And yeah, I'm here if you need me.
Cool. I had a hard time hearing you, but I understood that you just want to listen.
Can you hear me?
So.
Oh, yeah, for this first call, yeah, I'm just listening and getting to know a little bit more.
Okay, no problem. All right. Well, let's move on. I think that's everybody. So we have this one here, Ashley. I think this is you from the priority agenda add-ins. When to give the unicorn role.
As you guys know, the unicorn role in our Discord is kind of like right below admin and allows access to a lot of different private channels and information and stuff like that. And I'm just curious, as we're having new contributors come on, like at what point do they get to receive that unicorn role? For instance, I know that like the platform voice channel is now a unicorn only channel. So if contributors wanted to join a dev call, they would need a unicorn role. But yeah, I just wanted to open that up for conversation and just kind of see what everybody feels. Maybe it's like if another unicorn vouches for you or recommends you or something like that, we can pass the role then. But since launch, we haven't been giving out the unicorn role, just seeing kind of where things are at. So just something I wanted to talk about.
I would say that we should make a new role. If like maybe unicorn role can just be like NR Give token holders around that.
That's the DAO role.
That's the DAO.
Well, then maybe we can make DAO roles, the DAO role more like, you know, strong. Then maybe instead of it being the unicorn only channel, maybe it's the DAO only channel. And we can be a little more liberal with unicorn.
That makes sense. Or maybe like a pre-unicorn role. Like a trial unicorn role. I don't know.
Yeah, I like.
Go ahead, Willie.
I like tying it, just kind of like what you were thinking, tying it to the NR Give role, because then we already have a process for deciding like when someone passes that threshold. But do you think that maybe we need like the unicorn role needs to be pre-DAO role? Otherwise, I don't see any big problem with having it be the DAO role and the unicorn role having the same threshold, but giving you different privileges and tagging them for different reasons.
The one thing I see about that is when the DAO role is used mostly for when there's a vote in the Aragon DAO so that NR Give holders know that they need to take action on the DAO. But if we're using that for more than just NR Give holders, then it might be confusing for some people who don't have NR Give to be interacting on the DAO.
Yeah, I think we could have, even if it was the same threshold, where you only get a unicorn or DAO role if you have NR Give, then we could have two roles. And when we have a vote, we tag DAO. And when we have something we want all the unicorns to look at, we tag unicorn. It is a little silly, but I think it's okay.
So that's what we do now, basically. But like, when do we give people the unicorn role? That's what we're talking about, not the scope of when to use the tag.
Right. And so when we would do it is when someone gets NR Give and gets the DAO role, they get the DAO role and unicorn role.
I think maybe we just I don't know. I think it's not really too much of an issue if we use the DAO role a little more liberally. I think if people are in NR Give that are like pretty active members, so like if you definitely want their eyes on things, it's not unacceptable to tag them with the DAO role. It's not like only tag me with that when there's a vote, you know. So I think if we just use the DAO role liberally for like our core team and we change the unicorn only channel to a DAO only channel, we can keep the platform channel unicorn only and then give that role a little bit more liberally. But I think still having like a threshold for entry. I have actually given people the unicorn role since we launched. I gave Ann Brody the role. I gave Ahmad the role. So it's like people who are hired on as contributors, I gave them the role. But maybe we could also, like when people start picking up issues and they're like, not just like they strolled into a call once in a while, but they like picked up an issue in GitHub and they started contributing, then we give them the unicorn role. So it's like a broader contributor role. And it's like, you know, your barrier for entry is like that you did a thing.
So then we would just restrict our, like some of our other channels, the ones that are unicorn only. I mean, we have quite a few also even in the dev channel that's like security, different security channels and different like conversation channels that are all set to unicorn right now. So I would then set those permissions to DAO only, and then the unicorn role could be given more liberally.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know that there's some guys in development, like working on the security and stuff, that aren't in the DAO.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
so
no.
maybe we just change the like, I guess, yeah, that was the thing is like new people wanted to get in on the development calls, but they can't because they're not a unicorn, but they can't even join the call to see where they can contribute because they're not a unicorn.
Maybe.
I think you just need to scope the roles a bit better based on like security issues.
Yeah. I think we could have channels be like DAO only, or like we make one special like security person role that's like, you know, only a few people have it if they're like DevOps people, and then they also have access to those channels.
Okay, yeah, I can take a look and see how we can scope it out a little bit better with the channels that we have and do a little bit more research into it. But
does that give you some clarity, Ashley?
yes, thank you.
Nice. Any other questions on this topic? Cool. Hey, Griff. Giveth home partnership with Don.
Pass.
Okay. So, Give Garden, bug into system. It looks like both the TEC and Giveth are reporting the same issue, so you all know. The proposals execute, the actions are done on chain, but it doesn't actually move the thing in the gardens. So what I understand basically is happening is that the tokens that are staked in it are locked. So we're not able to like put them on other issues within the gardens or other proposals. And so this is effectively blocking us from creating any new proposals because we can't really move our tokens that are stuck right now. So there's Giveth One Hug Trivia, which is up there now. I'm assuming the funds already went out, but we can't actually like close the proposal and allow people to restake their tokens on other ones. Sorry, something hit my roof. So does anyone have any questions about that? I don't know if Griff or Lauren, if you've checked in or heard anything from the Gardens team.
Gabby said he's working on it today.
Okay.
Also, I could hear that thing that hit your roof in real life from all the way down here.
That's crazy. Okay, so moving on from there, in the NR Give DAO, dear God, more permissions. I talked with Sam, and we're missing another permission to move these tokens to Griff and to the token distro. So I promise, guys, this will be the last one. That's vote number 48 in voting app 1. And then in the givebacks distribution, so this is the 24-hour vote timer. This is the real deal. This is the change for give drop address recipients. So we did the test, it went through, it worked, and so this is the real deal using the Give Merkle distro this time. And so those are the only things that are live right now in the NR Give DAO. Go ahead and please vote on them, especially this one for changing give drop. Go ahead.
I also looks like Amin put up his 8 tokens for vote.
Oh.
Just now.
Okay. Cool.
And I did this right now.
Oh, no, next.
Just under the wire, you guys. Few days left, sneaking it in. Okay. Cool. Well, those are up there. I don't have them on the agenda, but I'm sure you'll find them.
Giveth, are you sure? Sorry, Giveth, are you sure about Rami? And because I told him that he may has tokens. Did he reach out to you?
No, I don't know. No. Maybe I haven't cleared my DMs since like Thursday. So.
Okay.
Well, let's keep moving here. And so that's it for proposals in the DAOs. The NR Give distribution, so that's going to be open until the 5th. So just a few more days left. Reimbursement for general magic services. For Shell made a poll. Maybe I'll just let you talk about this for Shell, because looks like there's 3 or 4 different proposals up there for this.
Yeah, so the first one is the reimbursement for general magic services, and that is a back pay since August 2020. And then the second post is general magic's billing for December 2021. And the last one is for the Giveth core team January 2022 payment. So yeah, those are the 3 posts. Right now that is still pending. So yeah, so I would like for the recent post, I haven't had a poll yet since it didn't lapse 5 days yet. So it's still up for feedback and comment.
We can add the poll before the 5 days, though, right?
Yeah,
I think so. It's just we can't make a proposal to NR Give out for 5 days.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'll add the poll now, today.
Yeah. If anyone has any advice, they'll just comment on it, but I think you're safe to put up a poll.
Okay, got it.
And so, just to clarify, then, I'm assuming that this original General Magic post is ready to go?
I think it got 4 votes, so I'm not sure if that's enough or.
I mean, it's been up for 17 days.
And I
This has been up for 6 days, this poll here. Now or never. And then the other 2 here we'll leave up for a few more days for advice.
Yeah, and also just to inform, I think we would be doing this monthly for both the Giveth core team payments until we have a different process on payments. But for now, we would do that monthly. And yeah, the process was paying everyone in XDAI and then ask for reimbursement in Give token. So that is the current process for the Giveth core team. And yeah, and also for General Magic would be billing monthly also. So yeah, just wanted to let everyone know about that.
And same as well, do I understand this? Requesting DAI for General Magic, and then they get reimbursed in Give?
Requesting a stable amount, but all the reimbursements happen in Give.
Okay. All right. And this will be happening monthly as well for General Magic. Okay. Any questions? Anyone? Okay.
You lost your voice, I think.
No, I was just talking to myself, muted. That's cool. The Giveth Popcorn partnership. Looks like Lauren added some comments in there to Anna Marie. Just clarifying some things that Giveth will not propose to invest treasury funds into popcorn. I don't think, unless anyone has anything else to add, we'll just let this one sit, and eventually I'm supposing Anna Marie will make a proposal to the DAO.
Yeah, so she should make a vote. Then we have to vote on it, like yes, no, basically. It's like, do you think that we should do this? Yes, no. I never give token holders vote.
She doesn't, I mean, it's up to her if she wants advice or a poll, but after the 5 days, she could take it to the vote too. But if she doesn't get advice, we can always just challenge it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Should we just do like soft consensus as a poll in the forum though? I think that the reason that there's not really much advice is because everyone's like, it's chill.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know if it needs a DAO vote. If there's really, like, looking at the agreement, like, taking out that clause, it's like nothing. There's nothing to do other than say, yeah, we'll work together if it's useful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's not actually requesting any funds, huh?
No.
Okay.
So I'll message her and I'll just tell her to put a soft consensus poll in there and then we can call it done.
Okay. Cool. All right. That's how that's word spelled. Giveth Metapod sponsorship. Griff is saying 5K in DAI. We get some sweet perks.
Yeah, we'll see if there's consensus in conviction voting. But of the options, I thought that was the best deal.
What's this? I'm just curious. 5 tickets to Mansion.
I have no idea. I think it's a party that we could go to.
Okay. Discord sponsor, advisement board seat. Okay. Any questions, anyone, regarding this Metapod sponsorship?
The main thing here, Mitch, is that you, me, and Lauren probably have to go to this thing on the 16th. So.
Oh no!
I guess Willie, of course, you're invited as well to go to this Metapod thing, as long as there's no other conflicts.
Okay. Wow, sounds like a real bummer.
Yeah. No, it'll be fun. It'll be like people pitching to do cool DAO stuff.
Cool.
Okay. All right. What are the next steps for this then? Does Yaler just take it up to the DAO then?
Yeah, Yaler knows. He asked me. I told him, yeah, set up for conviction voting. He didn't ask for help, so he said he would.
Okay. Okay. Great. Next topic, we've got give matching. And so there's a couple different posts here that Lauren wrote. Basically just the now spec or the MVP, and then generating ideas on how to distribute funds.
Yeah, so for this, I think the now spec, I mean, there's really only been positive comments on it, so I'll just put a poll on there and get soft consensus and then just go forward with it. We already created the multi-sig, so all I need to do is create a project on Giveth with some description, blah, blah, blah. And then so that's like the now part. And then for the idea generation thing, this is really just like, I mean, we can have it open for a little while, but the idea is just to figure out like how we're going to distribute these funds for matching. So if you have opinions, please make a comment in the forum post there. That can be there a little longer.
Yeah, and we already are receiving 300 DAI per month in drips. So there's already donation.eth is starting to get some viral traction already. So that's cool.
Where can we learn more about drips? I've heard this is Radical Drips.
Yeah, this is Radicals Drips. You can go to, I think it's drips.something. Drips.xyz or drips.
Yeah, I think this is the third or fourth time I've heard about it, but I actually don't know what it is.
App.drips.network. It's really, so Radical is like, they're trying to build something similar to GitHub, but more decentralized, right? And this is their way of funding open source, where you can set a stream to go to an open source repo that you want to support, and then they can kind of like Superfluid pass that stream to someone else. And they were one of the people who asked for donation.eth so that people who don't want to receive money for their open source work could send it somewhere good.
Okay, cool. Awesome. And then for distributing funds, we're still collecting advice on this. This is not. It's basically just me and Lauren going back and forth here on how to distribute funds for give matching. But so if anyone has more advice, like just take a look at this stuff, add in your comments. Do you want to say anything else, Lauren?
No. Put some comments in there.
Create a snapshot voting instance. We have a forum post for it now.
Yeah, and there are some. I was actually responding to your comment right now about that. Just to add that, if our give tokens go to Polygon or somewhere else, we might want to add things to the snapshot just to make sure our give token holders have a voice if we start subsidizing another pool or some other pool organically or starts collecting a lot of give. We can add to the snapshot instance or strategy as need be. And as far as the update, it is live and we are testing it and just making sure that everything is working. But I would love to pass it up to you, Mitch, because I'm not being as responsive as Pedro would love.
Yeah, like I said, just put us in touch, and if you can bring me up to speed, then I'm happy to take it.
Sweet. The big thing that we need to do is make sure that everything is working correctly. So testing that the pools are being counted correctly. He knows more how to do that.
Have you ever played with the Snapshot Playground? Ever seen that?
I haven't. He's playing with it now.
Cool.
But I haven't played with it.
Do you have a link for that, Willie?
Yeah, I'm gonna grab it.
I like that. A playground, huh?
Yeah.
Just, you can drop it in the agenda right there, or you can just send it.
So I will say that the MVP version of Snapshot is not accounting for the NFT staking for Uniswap V3. He couldn't figure out how to do that, and so I was like, just move forward. But once we get something up where we can capture most people's voice, then I think he should work on getting that sorted. I don't think it shouldn't be that hard, but we gotta get this thing up.
Okay. Any other questions for Snapshot, everyone? Okay. All right. I want to pass this down to Stream as a Service. And I don't know, Willie, if you have anything to add on this.
Thanks, Marco, for putting together the mock-ups for the cards. That looks great. As mentioned earlier, I think the other mock-up piece we need is just what it looks like to have multiple streams. Cool to hear that we can do unique start and end days for streams. I was chatting with Jack from Colony this weekend. He's doing research and considering this for colony farming. I was thinking we could reach out to Gnosis and let them know if any projects need farming that were available. But yeah, I think at this point the spec is pretty much ready. Once we have those final mock-ups, I think we can plan to start working on this as soon as development frees up and we want to prioritize this. And then we'll just be pushing to get the first cohort of projects. It'll really help, I think. Like with the Colony, I think they want to launch relatively soon. So I think, it'll be, once we start reaching out to projects to launch, it'll be good if we can launch soon after that, so we don't have a big gap between when we're getting these projects all hot to trot and when we actually launch. But yeah, I think that's the big update.
What was the decision on the fee structure? we're levering a percentage from DAOs that want to create farms?
Yeah, the spec right now is written up where 1% goes to Giveth, Treasury, the other 1% goes to the donation.eth matching pool. So 2% of the liquidity mining rewards are charged to the project and go towards public goods.
Okay, cool. Is there a link to the spec somewhere, or is it still under wraps?
I'll drop it right here. Yeah.
Thank you.
No problem.
I'd also like to, so we're going to have that Give Farm article go out, and I noticed Mitch put the Give Multiverse in there, and if we're going to call it that, I mean, now's the time. We need to name it. So I'm going to drop the issue that I have in GitHub for, like, naming this concept in the governance channel right now and tag Unicorn. So, like, if you have any ideas, please put them in there, and I'll just, like, make a poll, and then we can, like, make a decision.
I think it'd be fun to get regen in there somehow. Into the name, but
wow, regen! I never heard that one. That's so original, Griff.
Actually, someone the other day said that they had never heard regen on the C4 call about slang. I was surprised. So yeah, maybe we could do better about spreading that word out.
Okay. Well, hopefully we can pick a name for it soon so I can publish it. I feel multiverse is like good enough, but anyway, we'll leave it to the poll.
I posted the issue. Sorry.
That's okay. Anything else that we want to talk about this? The stream as a service, Give Multiverse. Okay. All right, cool. And Give Curation and NFT Incorporation. I know this is just mostly collecting ideas, but if anyone wanted to talk about something. Looks like we're saying, like, great idea, but, like, we'll do it after the MVP launch.
I mean, basically what my comment was, the Give Curation that we've, like, already started speccing out is, like, a totally different concept. And it's, like, a layer built on top of what we already have. So I think the idea of, like, incorporating NFTs and a different form of curation could be, like, a separate product. So, yeah. It's cool. It's cool if you want to check out Ashley's post in there. Oh, also, FYI, part of the reason I made that comment is because we want to have Give Curation actually working before our farms run out, which is going to be like in 16 weeks. So it's like we need to finish speccing it out, finish all the designs, get it all developed, tested, and working in 16 weeks. So it's like we have a pretty tight deadline. So I think like keeping scope small and in the realm of things that we already know how to do is extremely important.
Cool. Any questions or comments? Okay. We're almost at the end here. This one Pavli put up over the weekend. Giveth NFT raffle. And I'll admit I didn't read this one in depth, but I don't know. Pavli is not here, so it's a shame. But if anyone has any comments or questions about this, I can put in the meeting notes. Okay. Cool. And the security bounty program, we're missing a Kai as well. But I don't know if anyone has any updates on this.
Yeah, that's too long. What we have done was recap, sketching diagrams of what DNS and what services, what DNS domains we have, and which services we have, and where they are hosted. We had a call last Thursday about it, and Kai, Brody, and I. Actually, those two were working on that. I was just listener.
Okay. So about the actual bounty program, do you have any updates, or do you know anything?
What bounty program? You mean?
Yeah, the security bounty program. So like.
Oh no.
Okay. All right.
There's no.
Well, then we'll wait for Kai hopefully he can add an update in there. And then the last thing I have on here is the Optimism Funds. I think we're still waiting for the funds. We need to set up the snapshot vote. So I think those are the two main blockers for this. Maybe. Okay, just give me a nod, Griff, and it's cool.
Yeah, the Optimism did a test send, and we got some, so
okay, cool.
They're gonna send the rest.
Great.
And yeah, we need a. I'll send the money to the multisig, and then we'll decide what to do with it from there with Snapshot.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to put it last on there so that we don't lose it and we make sure it gets done. But I think that's pretty much it for the agenda. I can leave a couple minutes here if there's... Yes, exactly. Go ahead, Marco.
Yeah, the one thing that I mentioned at the beginning that I wanted to discuss. Can I go now, or?
Yes, this is a great time.
Oh, okay, cool. So I wanted to actually tell that to Ashley last week, and I figured it's maybe best to discuss it on the governance call. So I have one. I think it's an issue. I don't know. Just clarify that for me. I have a wallet address that I'm using for a project that I'm the owner of on Giveth, and I'm raising funds, right? But also on that very same wallet address, I received the Give drop, and I'm farming Give. And so I'm also using the very same address to donate to other projects. And so I donated some DAI, some Give that I received last month, and I received some givebacks. And so am I in a conflict here? Because I'm using the same address of my project to receive funds, but I'm also using the same address to farm, Give, and participate in the Give economy because I received Give drop there. And I'm also donating those very same Give to other projects on Giveth. And I received givebacks for that.
It would be very much ideal for you to change your wallet address for the project to a different address that doesn't that's not being used for other things besides the project.
Yeah, but my problem here is that I never actually had those intentions to do that, and I assume if people will, find themselves in the same situation as I did, they probably would not even think about it. And I really had no intentions, but I knew about the situations and I wanted to raise it before, because it just came to me after I received an email from givebacks, and I figured, hold on a second, but I'm using this same address.
You received givebacks in the first round because we did make an exception for those addresses during the first round because they did receive some give drop. So we did go through and allow some of the donations made by those addresses to receive givebacks in the first round. But moving forward, those addresses will be on the purple list and will not be eligible to receive givebacks. So that's why you might have received it in the first round and wouldn't now.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Good. So if I do nothing, basically Giveth will take care of that I don't receive the givebacks.
Correct.
So,
yeah.
So I'm okay. I can sleep well because I did nothing wrong. Giveth will take care of that. All is cool, because it was so bad UX for me. I was feeling really bad about it because I knew that information. And as soon as I figure out that I'm actually, hey, hold on a second, but this is my wallet address that I'm accepting funds from Giveth. And because I knew the information and how the system works, I know I was doing something wrong and bad, actually. And so I felt really bad about it as a user. I'm speaking as a user, And so I'm thinking about is there a way to prevent it? But if the system is already taking care of that and I won't be receiving the givebacks, then it's totally fine. That's okay.
Yeah, I have an email queued up that's going to go just after this last round finished to people that did donate from purple list addresses in the first round, just letting them know, kind of clarifying that we did allow them for the first round, but moving forward, this is what you can expect. And please use a wallet to collect funds for your project that are actually being used for the project and not being recirculated, and kind of clarify that a bit. So it is in the works.
Great.
It just took a little while to iron out the kinks.
Thanks, Ashley.
So maybe this brings into something else that I've been thinking about, and it's like, since we don't explicitly collect emails, or maybe emails aren't as intuitive for Web3 users, they're like, because their Ethereum address is kind of like their main way that they interact with stuff rather than an email. I'm wondering if there's some sort of prompt that we can use that when somebody is logged in with a purple list address and they try to donate, you can let them know that they're not going to get givebacks.
Yeah, there's an issue for this, and I think when the TypeScript version goes up, it's supposed to be covered. Yeah.
Right. Somebody thought of it already.
Yeah, and I think somewhere I recall we have it in the design as well. I think on the donation page on the flow, but I'm going to double check that. Like we have this small notice that says you're not eligible for givebacks or something like that. I'm going to double check.
Yeah, it's that list is just for eligible tokens. It's not for the eligibility of that account. And I myself still think that we have to make a tough decision on the relation between the account, the recipient address, and the address that the user is providing. Currently we don't have any relation in the database, so the recipient address is free for me to choose or provide, and I think it's a disaster. We're missing a very big part of the this architecture of a product. And I recall it several times. I had these issues. I create a forum post for all of you to comment on it, and to prevent frauds in the future systematically. We have to make a decision on that. We have to make a clear relation between the recipient's address, project, account as a user, and the provided addresses that the user is donating with.
Yeah, and I remember this conversation. We wanted to one of the ideas was to make different addresses for different accounts, but then the argument was okay, then donating and making projects is no longer effortless.
Yeah, I put a link to the issue in the governance channel, and there's also the forum post that Monique made. But wouldn't it be based off of the donor address and not the recipient address on the donation page? It would just detect if that address was on the purple list and give a warning that they wouldn't receive givebacks for that donation.
Yeah, I mean, the solution that that you just mentioned that is already in place, I think that's fine. I'm just not going to get those givebacks, and I'm going to get a warning or information about it, and that's totally fine. And then it's up to me to actually change the wallet address that I'm receiving funds for, or change the other wallet address that I'm donating to, right? And so, it's up for me. I'm in this situation. I'm probably going to do that. So the system took care of that already. I'm not sure though if this solves the problem that Monique is talking. So we should maybe discuss this further.
In UX point of view, it's just a simple scenario that we prevent users to claim gift drops, or at least accept the givebacks. But systematically, I think that there is no relation in the database. I really can't relate what's the recipient's address with the user account. So if I create, for example, this is Monique, I'm creating a project. So this Monique is related with the project, 1 to N, but the recipient's address providing for each project is not related to my account. So me as a donor can donate to whatever project I just want to donate. So, in my point of view, I think, we have to take a look again at this structure and make it decisions, and even make the these give drops, give backs a little bit more product side. I think all of the history should be saved. We should provide all of the data for further fraud detections. It's too manually, and I'm afraid that if we want to grow up, it's not satisfying. I think furthermore.
Would it make sense to actually schedule a 1-hour hack sesh, following up with another one next week or something like that, to specifically discuss this issue?
I'm hearing, because based on, we've talked about this like 3 or 4 different times now, and it seems like there's like big ideological differences between like making donating easy and then like making sure that we have like a clear UX structure. And so if we did make a working session, we would have to have like more input, because maybe just one camp decides a way and then we bring it to the governance and then it just gets rejected again. So how do we actually make progress? Like, we're going to need bandwidth from like a good group of people to make a big decision like this.
Well, yeah, sorry, Greg, go ahead.
I think one person has to champion the decision making. I mean, we can't just expect group decisions to happen on their own. It's never going to work. Someone needs to, just like you did, Mitch, with the rainbow rolls. It's just like, hey, this is happening. Go DM every single person who's a stakeholder through the advice process. Someone's got to carry it through, make them read it, schedule the calls. It's a big decision, and so it's sad that it takes that much work, but it does. Someone needs to actually just go through and do the effort, schedule the calls with the people who need to be there, or like give deadlines, and manage it's a project to get this decision through.
Yeah, I would say like, let's make this a dev and design issue. We lay out all the pros and cons. We're gonna have a hack sesh, like a couple of us, and then we can like come back again and say like, hey guys, like this is what we thought about. Like this is like, too long to read kind of thing. And then like we can maybe on a next governance call or whatever, have a little conversation about it and then take the next step. And maybe, I don't know, Monique, like you could be the one to kind of carry the flag and set up the calls.
Just be careful not to waste too much time if some stakeholders want to block. I mean, certain decisions, or just make sure that you got the stakeholders' input before spending all that work time.
Okay,
Sure. All right. So do I understand? You're gonna champion this, Monique?
Yeah, I created a draft with and I set up meetings with Marco and me, and carry the flag.
Cool. Great. All right. I want to leave it there then and let Monique do his work, and we'll pick this one up. Sounds like next week we'll have something to talk about. Cool. So we got 5 minutes left. Last call. If there's anything you want to talk about, if there's nothing you want to talk about, that's cool too. Love it. Okay. Well, I'm going to give you all 4 minutes back. We've got the DApp development call right after this. And I hope you all have a lovely day, and we'll do this again next week.